wanna say to me now? I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all. So what, if you're stupid then you know there's nothing wrong. But you and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. But you and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
Pardon me, why don't you come over here? I need to ask you something quickly, my dear. Why do you always settle for something less? You know that, baby, you deserving the best. Yeah, yeah. Go take a look up in the mirror. You gotta see a little clearer. Who's that woman looking right back? She's a beauty queen, bad. You ain't nobody's number two. These men, they should be fighting over you. No second guessing what I'm saying. Baby, you can take this to the bank and make it sweet. It's time to listen to yourself right now. Make it sweet. Don't even listen to these guys right now. Make it sweet. This treasure buried deep inside right now. Make it sweet. So go and see what you can find right now. Don't you know you're not just some other girl? There's no one like you anywhere in the world. You have a strength like nothing I've ever seen. You're like a woman ripped right out of my dreams. Yeah, yeah. Go take a look up in the mirror. You gotta see a little clearer. Who's that woman looking right back? She's a beauty queen, bad. You ain't nobody's number two. These men, they should be fighting over you. No second guessing what I'm saying. Baby, you can take this to the bank and make it sweet. It's time to listen to yourself right now. Make it sweet. You're perfect just like this. I'm telling no lies. Make us wait. It's time to listen to yourself right now. Make us wait. Don't even listen to these guys right now. Make us wait. Let's treasure buried deep inside right now. Make us wait. So go and see what you can find right now. Make us wait. It's time to listen to yourself right now. Make us wait. Don't even listen to these guys right now. Make us wait. Let's treasure buried deep inside right now. Make us wait. So go and see what you can find right now.
So I am so happy with how this turned out. This series is termed, or I titled it, "What is your direction?" This is Lady One. Lady One is worried that she's not found her direction. She's feeling sad. She's feeling lost. She's unsure of herself if she'll find her direction. And sometimes in life, we sometimes feel like Lady One. We feel like we've not found our direction. We feel confused. We feel lost. And we are unsure if we will ever find our direction. And this series is a representation of that. I know we've gone through that. I personally have gone through that. There's a time in my life where I felt like I've not found my direction, but slowly and bit by bit, I think I'm finding it. And I hope everybody else who is watching also gets to find the direction. And it's going to be a great thing when you finally realize that you found your direction, that you're pursuing your path without having to be afraid of anything. In life, we are presented with two paths. The colors that I chose, gold and bronze, represent two paths, and the compass is basically clear, is the direction. We are always presented with two paths in life. You either take the good path or the bad path, or you either take the path that is less scary or the path that is, filled with hurdles, lots of pain and lots of crying. And this is a perfect picturesque view of our world today and the human life as we know it. I hope you get to enjoy the process, and yeah, like and subscribe and share if you can. And I hope I get to inspire you, the viewer, to, also start your journey or find your journey, find your direction, and stick to it.
I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight the fear when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to make a dollar. That ain't gonna stop me cause my grind's contagious. I'll do what it takes to turn passion to paychecks. And if I go down, I'ma do it on my terms. And every single problem brings a lesson that I learned. The darkest nights, when things seem so broken, it's hard to shine, but I still try. I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight. That's right. Baby, I was born to fight. Baby, I was born to fight. It's hard to be yourself down a lonely
lonely road. I try to find my way but don't know where to go. It's hard to see your friends, tell them adios. When you known them all for like forever, now you're just a ghost. Ain't no way to sugarcoat it, yeah, I feel alone. Been single for a decade, doing me is getting old. I don't pick up when the phone rings, too busy recording. Industry ignores me, but I keep on going. Cause I know you got my back, I got you too. No matter what the situation, we gon' make it through. I'm a fighter, not a quitter. They can say that I'm a sinner, cause they love to hate the winner, but I'm never gonna give up.
The last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight.
That's right.
Baby, I was born to fight. Baby, I was born to fight.
So don't ever choose your path out of peer pressure. If people are taking the path that is wide and less murky, and if you're deep down inside your heart, the still small voice, or the Holy Spirit as we call him, tells you to take a different path, I bet you should listen to that still small voice. Because most times, just because everybody's walking on a certain path doesn't mean that they're walking on the right path. And you might take your path, you might be the lone ranger, you might look like you're the odd one out. I kid you not, it's better to be the odd one out than to go and get lost with everybody else, or to do things because of peer pressure, or to try to please people by taking certain paths that are not, sitting right with your soul. Because you can feel it deep inside your bones when you know you're not on the right path, or when you're trying to force it, or you're trying to do it because of people. And in most cases, this might not be very famous. I don't know if I should say famous, or this may not be common today. People don't want to include God in everything, but I bet if you include God on the path that you take, I am very sure when things get hard, when things get crazy, he's going to be right there next to you. He's going to send his Holy Spirit. He's going to pat you on the back, and he's always going to be cheering you on. God will never let you get into trouble or get into temptations that you can't handle. He can never send you things that you can't handle. He knows that this path that you're on is going to mold you, is going to shape you into a better person, and you're going to be better off taking this path than going on the path that is wide and traveled by many. And in today's society, it doesn't look cool to say God. Everybody is always like, oh, the universe and whatnot. But I kid you not, God is there, and he is going to always help you choose the right path. He's going to whisper, small still voice that's going to whisper, don't go to this path, choose this, go this way, do this. Trust me, listen to that voice. It'll never fail you. It'll never fail you completely. series. It was all fun. It was all I was excited. I got all these crazy ideas flowing in my mind. I had the compass idea set down. I had the lady drawn and sketched, and then I given myself a target that I was gonna finish this in 2 weeks. I told my client that I'm gonna finish this in 2 weeks and I'm gonna have it delivered. Boy, was I wrong. Like 2 weeks down, I was like, oh shit, I did so much detail. I don't even know what I'm gonna finish. I don't know why I added all these parts in the compass. I don't know. And then halfway I decided to change her hair. First it was gray, and then I was like, oh shit, um it's not working right. My manager told me, oh no, you've got to put the bright color for the hair to draw, to draw the person in. So like I had to change to alternate the colors, like where there was supposed to be grays, I had to change and put the black fur coat. I had to change the hair to from gray to gold. I had to change the background as well from whites to gray. I had to change some of the squares that always represent in all my artwork, always represent the steps in everything that we take. There's always steps that we take. There's always a progress. There's always a process on where we start, where we head. So I was like, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be hard for me. So I never did it in 2 weeks. I ended up taking it a whole month. So, and then I decided to do the floating frame for all this, for this series. This series is gonna be there's 2 other pieces that I will work on, or later on towards the middle of the year, and there's gonna be different colors, but gold is going to be a major feature because I love gold. For me, gold represents God. It represents surety. It represents the light. So there's always going to be a lot of gold in my artwork. In my previous video, the "Oh Justice, Thou Art Blind and Lost," there was bits of gold. So there's going to always be gold pieces. There's going to be gold colors in my artwork, and I'm just obsessed with I'm obsessed with the light and the brilliance that gold brings or adds into paintings, the intrigue, the sophistication, the luxury it adds. The paintings were made using Fiber Castell paints, acrylic paints. So this is majorly an acrylic it's a series based on acrylic paints. I used of course you have to dilute your colors because they dry too fast. So I found an ingenious way on making the paint take less time to dry. I took glycerin and I add to the paint, and it kind of stays like 2 days. I tested, I put it on my the thingy that I used to put my paint on, or my palette, yeah, and it lasted for 3 days, and I was pretty psyched about it. But yeah, don't ever get caught up in and mesmerized in adding details. You're gonna regret it, like I did. Like the last 2 weeks of this artwork was like, oh boy, will I finish this? I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I keep seeing parts that I've not added color, these extra details that I never saw the previous night when I was painting, and I saw them. I was like, oh, I want to finish this, but what the fuck, this is going to cause me so much pain and heartache. But then there would be that still small voice would tell me, oh, you got it, do it, go ahead, finish it, you've got so much to look forward to. It's a new bright day, it's bright, everything is looking sunny, and you're feeling rejuvenated, re-energized. Come on, do it, go for it. One more piece, one more small paint, and you're done. And then yeah, 2 weeks later, after the other 2 weeks, so that's a month later, I was done and I delivered it to my client, and boy was she psyched. And that is the most amazing thing, when you paint something from your mind and you deliver it to the client and she's blown out. She's like, oh, this is cute, I love it, this is so in tune with what I envisioned. Because initially my client is the one who gave me the color scheme that she wanted. She wanted gray, mustard or gold, white and black, because she wanted it to blend with the theme colors in her house. So I had a lot of fun working on this, and at the same time I had a lot of stress working on this, but I've gotten the hang of it, and I know not to add excessive details. But yeah, as an artist, there's nothing that will ever stop you from getting crazy ideas of adding any other details. It's an inherent part of being an artist, adding tiny details as you finish. Oh, this would look nice here, this would look nice here, a little dot here, a little line here, a little glitter here, a little star here. And at the end of it, it makes the painting cohesive. It speaks to you, and I am so happy this spoke to my client. She was so happy about this, and that gave me a lot of motivation. It gave me a lot of motivation. I'd taken 15 years off painting, and when I got back into it, I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to finish anything, but I am so happy I was able to do this, and I challenged myself, and I still got it in me. I was able to do it, and it's given me a new urge to go back to painting like I used to before, among the other things that I do. So this has been a fun journey for me. This has been a really fun journey for me. So I also hope you get to enjoy some of the music in this video. I hope it gets to relax your mind, you know, help you think of so many things, like the path that you're on, and the path that you want to take, or the path that you've chosen. And I know music is a good way to, get people into the mood thinking about things. It's good to, set people's thoughts, bring thoughts, reminisce about things, or think in go into deep thoughts about, what you want to do in life. And parts of this music, yeah, is from InShot. I use InShot, the app, to edit my videos. I'm not really good at it, but I hope someday I get good at it and I get to do better professional, you know, videos with nice voiceovers and nice lighting and whatnot. I don't have a studio yet, so I paint in our upper living room. It's kind of my, zen place. I'm the only one who uses that place most of the time, so I call it my zen place. So maybe someday, not in the far future, in the near future, I get to have my own studio. But I quite kind like what am I saying? I quite kind like I kinda like working and painting from this specific place because it's my go-to place. It's most quiet. Even when I'm doing my other work, I tend to work from here. I rarely paint from outside because, yeah, I'm really not a fan of too much sun. You've gotta get your skin in shape. And in my other career, doing cosmetics, I kind of like to keep my skin, um, looking the part. When I'm busy selling cosmetics, I want to look the part. But anyway, I digress. So I hope this music, these pieces and bits and pieces, kind of get to inspire you, to draw you into thinking about all those things. What is your direction? Have you found it? Which path are you taking? Are you taking the path least traveled or the path frequently traveled by so many? Yeah. And are you trying to think of what would other people think if I take this path? Or are you like this crazy person who's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what I do. I'm gonna take the path that I want. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna do me. I hope it gets to make you feel all those things, and in turn you kind of get to also learn a couple of things or see my journey. And maybe the next time you see the next video, you will see different types of artwork. I have so many series that I'm working on. I'm also doing another 4-part series for a client, and maybe when I finish that, I'll get to put this on. So it's going to be a short, slow journey that you're going to be on. See different pieces, how I incorporate all my favorite colors. As I've said, gold is one of my favorite colors, and also bronze, but not so much. But bronze is also, you know, it's a kind of color that draws in old, some sort of maturity, some sort of it's calm, it's not shouting, it's not out there like screaming like, yeah, I'm here, like gold. It's just like, I'm here, I know you can see me, and yeah, you can see me, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, that's just everything. So I hope I'm not awkward in my voiceovers. I am a newbie in this, and please forgive me if I tend to sound a little bit hickety dickety. It happens with newbies. And this video was way too long, 34 seconds. And I've never spoken for 34 seconds, 34 minutes. I've never spoken for 34 minutes unless it's a speech or it's a prayer session and we're discussing something. But I hope you also get to know me from this and what I sound like behind the crazy hairs and the crazy funny looks and the funny mouth shapes or whatever my mouth decides to do, my eyes and my weirdo funny things that I do while I'm painting or while I'm recording. Sometimes I forget that the phone is there, but yeah, I hope you get to see all that and walk this journey with me. Tembea na mimi kwa hii safari. Utafurahia as a Kenyan. Speaking Kiswahili is hard, but tutajikaza and we are getting there.
I remember when we were staring at a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart is where you are. I still think of you, I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring at a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart is where you are. I still think of you, I want you coming back. Call me when you want, baby, I can't take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah, give me your love, yeah, yeah. Call me when you want, baby, I can't take it on my heart. Yeah.
So I'm out there signing the certificate of authenticity to give to the client. The piece is almost done. Enjoy the reveal and please like, share and subscribe and yeah, push a girl up. Thank you.